Hi everyone! Hi grade 10 students! It's me again, Ma'am Tere Buena, your guidance counselor. Okay, kumusta po kayong lahat? Today we are going to start with our discussion of your homeroom guidance for quarter 3 module 12, which is entitled My Career, Our Hope. Ayan, so kumusta po tayong lahat? I hope okay lang po tayo at magsisimula na tayo ng ating discussion para sa ating module 12. So I will be putting the link in the description box so you may download it first before we start with our discussion. And of course, a reminder also, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, you may click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you will be updated of all the homeroom guidance videos that I am going to upload. Regular po tayo nag-upload ng ating mga homeroom guidance video discussion. Okay, so let's begin. On page 3, you can see there, of course, tagabay sa magulang or tagapag-alaga. Same with your previous module. I want you to let your parents read this part of our module. So we have to ask for their guidance in or assistance in answering this module. Okay, so let's have this. Gabay sa magulang or tagapag-alaga. Ang module na ito ay isinulat bilang gabay ng inyong anak upang malinang ang kanyang aspetong pangkarera or career. Ito ay nakadisenyo para sa distance learning o alternatibong pamamaraan ng pagkatuto na hindi nangangailangan ng pisikal na presensya sa paaralan bilang tugon sa direktiba ng pagkansela ng face-to-face class dulot ng pandemyang COVID-19. Ang module na ito ay nakahandang magbigay ng malinaw na mga gabay kung paano mabubuo ang mga hakbangin ng inyong anak tungo sa pagtupad niya ng kanyang hangarin na makapagpatuloy at maabot ang pangarap niyang trabaho o propesyon sa hinaharap. Isinasaad dito ang mga kontribusyon na maaari niyang magawa sa pamilya, sa lipunan at sa pandaigdig na ekonomiya. Ang mga gawaing nakapaloob sa module na ito ay naglalayong mas mapalalim ang kanyang kamalayan sa kontribusyon na maaari niyang maiambag sa pamamagitan ng kanyang ninanais na propesyon at ang kahalagahan ng napiling trabaho sa pamilya at lipunan. Inaasahan namin ang inyong buong pusong paggabay sa inyong anak sa kanyang pagtupad sa mga gawain. Kaugnay nito, hinihiling namin na mabigyan nyo sila ng oras sa tahanan upang magampanan ang pagtupad sa bawat gawain. Ang inyong bukas isip na pagtanggap sa propesyon or trabaho ng kanyang nanaisin ay lubos na makakatulong upang maging magaan ang pag-abot niya sa kanyang mga pangarap. Ayan, so we have to let our parents watch this part of our video, or you may let your parents read this part of our module. Okay, so let's proceed. On page 4, you can see there the introductory message for the learner. Okay, let's have this. As a responsible learner, it is of utmost importance that you prepare yourself for the career profession that you want to pursue. Educational institutions, teachers, and the learning materials given to you are the instruments that help you develop several aspects of your life, all of which aim at preparing you to be a productive member of our society. Now, it is also important to be always reminded that you are not just studying to get higher grades, but most importantly, to acquire competencies that will help you achieve your life and career goals in the future. Now, work on the task seriously and seek help if you believe you need to. Embark on this journey of getting to know yourself better and be able to complement the best career that suits you. Now, this self-learning module consists of 6 interactive tasks, which are as follows. We have let's try this, let's explore this, keep in mind you can do it, what I have learned, and share your thoughts and feelings. Make sure to read, think, follow, and enjoy every task that you are asked to do. Have fun, stay safe, and healthy. Okay, so for our title, the title, of course, of our module is My Career, Our Hope, and what are our learning objectives? Now, after going through this module, you are expected to, number 1, describe the connection of work, needs of the society, and global economy. Number 2, appreciate oneself and their possible contribution to the desired profession or career. And number 3, plan for the ways to contribute to the desired profession, career, to the society, and to the global economy. Now, it is good for week 4 of quarter 3. Suggested time allotment is 60 minutes and you will be needing the following materials. Kailangan natin ng malinis na papel at syempre ang inyong homeroom guidance and notebook. Now, for the introduction, are you ready? Okay, so as you continue the journey towards self-realization, you may also discover the importance of choosing the right career as a tool to respond to the needs of society and contribute to the global economy. Now, we are already in our module 12. In our previous module, we have already discussed a lot about careers, right? So, there we emphasize the importance of choosing your career for you to be able to get your dream career someday. So it is a must that you have to choose, of course, the right track and strengths for you. Now, at this moment, it is a must, of course, for you to know your career so you will be able also to help your society, and of course, for you to be able to contribute to the global economy. Ayan, so ibig sabihin, hindi na lamang pang sarili ang ating iisipin, kundi kailangan na rin nating isipin din, sa pagpili ng career, iniisip din natin kung ano ang maaari nating ma-contribute sa ating society. Now, the crisis situation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic may introduce careers or jobs that you might consider to pursue. Tama po ba ako? So, itong COVID-19 pandemic ay maaaring nakapagpabago sa inyong isipan patungkol sa kung anong career ang ipupursu ninyo. Now, this module is intended to guide you to decide for your career and life as it contributes to society. Now, it is an experiential series of structured learning experiences that will facilitate your discovery in describing and evaluating the connection of career, societal needs, and global economy. Ultimately, the career that you choose is interlinked to the societal needs and global economy in its broader perspective. So this is what we are trying to emphasize here. Na kung pipili tayo ng isang career, we make sure that you are not just thinking about yourself, but you are also thinking of what you can contribute to your community, to your society, right? Because pag nakuha nyo na yung inyong career, magkakaroon kayo ng sense of fulfillment din, sense of involvement, fulfillment, that you can be able to share something to your society. Okay. Now, for our first activity under Let's Try This, suggested time allotment is 15 minutes. Now, we have here the instruction. The different career activities provided for you in the previous modules may have helped you to personally decide on your career to pursue. Now, the activity that follows will allow you to plot your chosen career and see how it will possibly affect your family, the societal needs, and eventually have its impact on the global economy. So below are instructions that will guide you on how to do it. Now, in a clean sheet of paper, you are going to draw a diagram that will serve as your guide. Okay, so we have here an example. So this is entitled My Career Contribution to My Family, Society, and Economy. So for the number 2 instruction, you're going to answer the question in each box and make enough space for your answer. And number 3, you're going to refer to the example below. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to copy this diagram in a clean sheet of paper. And the first one that you're going to do is you're going to write your chosen career or profession. So, sana naman sa mga panahon na ito ay nakapili na kayo ng inyong magiging career or profession. Yung gusto ninyong career or profession someday. Now, write it down in that the box sa taas, yung pinakataas na box, my chosen career or profession. And sa unang box, ayan, so we're just going to answer the question, what can I help my family through my career profession? Ayan. How can I help my family through my career profession. So, ano naman kaya ang maitutulong mo sa iyong pamilya sa pamamagitan ng napili mong career or profession? Paano ka makakatulong sa pamilya sa napili mong course? Like for example, meron diyang sagot, having stable income, I will support my parents, I will send my siblings to school. So, yun ang mga maaaring maitulong mo sa iyong pamilya once na ito ang career na kinuha mo. Kasi for example, itong career na napili mo is something na maaaring makatulong ka sa family mo financially. Now, you can be able to do all these things listed there, no, in your module. Now, what about you? If in case you're going to choose that career, paano mo matutulungan ang iyong pamilya sa pamamagitan ng pagkuha ng career na yan? Okay? And we have, of course, the second box. How can I possibly respond or contribute to the needs of society? Now, sa unang box, ang inilagay natin ay ang tulong na maibibigay mo sa inyong pamilya kapag kinuha mo ang profession or career na yon. Ang pangalawa namang sasagutan natin ay itong kung ano naman ang maiko-contribute mo sa iyong society, sa iyong community, kung sakaling ito ang kukunin mong career. Like for example, your chosen career or profession is you would like to become a teacher someday. Now, ano ba yung maaaring mai-contribute mo sa iyong society pag ipinursu mo ang career ng pagiging teacher? Okay, so we have here an example. I will help the people suffering from COVID-19 virus. I will help others in need of medical attention. Okay? So, paano mo naman posible kayang matutulungan ang iyong society sa pamamagitan ng career na napili mo? And sa third box, now the question is, how can I share to the global economy? Okay, again, how can I share to the global economy? So, paano ka naman kaya makikibahagi? Paano ka makakapag-share sa ekonomiya, sa pandaigdigang ekonomiya, ano? So, paano ka makaka-contribute sa economy ng ating bansa? Kung hindi man globally, sa bansa na lang natin, paano ka makakatulong sa ekonomiya? Paano mo mapapalago ang ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng career na napili mo? Now, sabi dito, isa sa mga talagang maaaring tulong mo as a career if you are a professional na nagbabayad ng tax, sabi dito, I will pay my taxes honestly. So, ibig sabihin, nakakatulong ka sa ekonomiya ng ating bansa, sa ekonomiya ng mundo, sa pamamagitan ng pagbubuwis ng tama, di ba? And I will spend my working hours productively, sa pamamagitan ng pagsisilbi ng tapat. So, ito ang mga pamamaraan natin para makatulong tayo sa ating family, sa ating society, and even to the global economy. So, as you can see, napakaganda ng activity ito dahil ma-realize natin dito na ang napili mo palang career ay may mga maaring maibigay na contribution. Hindi lamang sa sarili mo, kundi maging sa iyong pamilya, sa iyong community, and of course, sa ekonomiya ng ating bansa. Now, for the prosing questions, we have here question. We only have here one. Answer the following the question at the back of your output for submission to your advisor. Okay. So, what are your realizations after completing the activity? Ano pa yung na-realize mo? And write a short reflection of your thoughts about the activity. So, I have already told you kung ano ba ang gustong iparating ng activity na ito. So, napakadami na maaari nating maging realizations dito. Okay? And for you, ano naman kayong personal realizations mo or reflection mo sa naging activity natin under let's try this. Okay, so I hope clear na sa atin ang part na yon. So we can now proceed. So let's explore this. So just a time allotment is 10 minutes. Now here, sabi dito, for a deeper appreciation of your realizations in the previous activity, you will write a short poem entitled I Am Proud to Be a Future. Okay? Again, ang title ng tula na gagawin natin is I Am Proud to Be a Future. Okay? At isusulat mo kung anong profession ba yun. Like for example, I am proud to be a future psychologist. I am proud to be a future teacher, a future soldier. Okay? So, ano ang ilalagay nating future mo dyan? Okay? So, wag mo ng future wife and future husband, ano? Although career daw ang pagiging mother at ang pagiging father, right? But I hope you choose something that will help not only yourself, but of course, your family, your society, your community. Okay? Now, this will not be as hard as you think because you will just write in each stanza the answers you gave in the beginning activity. Now, you're encouraged to change some words to create rhyme and make your poem the best that you can make. Also, you can include the reflections you made as it expresses the inner self. Refer to the instructions and examples that follows. Okay. So, meron pala tayo dito nga format na. Okay, hindi naman daw ito magiging mahirap dahil kailangan lang nating sagutin ang mga tanong dito na nakalagay dito sa ating table, ano? So, you're just going to answer these questions. Okay, like I am proud to be a future what? Ilalagay natin dyan. And sa first stanza, okay, how can I help my family through my career profession? So, ilalagay lang natin yung mga sinagot natin dun sa previous activity natin dito sa let's try this. Okay. So, di ba nilagay natin dyan kung paano matutulungan ng inyong pamilya? So, ilalagay lang natin ang ating sagot dyan sa table na yan. And sa second stanza, how can I possibly respond and contribute to the needs of society? And as well as yung third stanza, how can I share to the global economy? Okay? So, no need to write the table. Okay? So, proceed na kayo directly doon sa poem. Okay? So, pareho lang naman ang ilalagay ninyo. So, igawin nyo na siyang poem. Ano? So, here we have an example and let's try to read this. I am proud to be a future doctor. Being a doctor promises a stable income that I can give when my family's need come. Give comfort to my parents, send my siblings to school so they can achieve their dreams and help others as well. Doctors as frontliners risk their lives to save others, fulfilling job as it may seem, but it is really hard if it's your dream. Pray to God to hold you dear, to take care of you as you take care of them. And being a good citizen, I pay taxes conscientiously so that the government can support worthwhile programs for everyone in the community. So, pagandahin nyo na yung sagot ninyo dito sa let's try this para maganda din ang makikreate nating poem. But if you would like to appear it like a poem, pwede nyo naman na i-edit, ano? As long as yung thought pa rin ng sagot ninyo ay naandyan sa gagawin ninyong poem. Okay? I hope malinaw po ang activity na ito, and after which, you are going to answer, of course, the prosing questions. We have number 1, how do you feel after writing your own poem that reflects your contribution to your family, the society, and community? Ayan, ano ba yung naramdaman mo after mong gawin ang tulang yan na nagre-reflect, ano? Na nagpapahiwatig ng mga maaaring maging contribution mo sa family, society, and sa economy. So, ilalagay natin ito sa ating homeroom guidance notebook. Now, let's proceed. So, ito na yung discussion part. Now, under keep in mind, suggested time allotment is 15 minutes. Now, let us have this part. Let us discuss this part of our module. So, sabi dito, your career choice will reflect the roles that you will take to contribute in the progress of the society and in the economy as a whole. So, maaaring hindi nyo pa ito naiisip masyado ngayon dahil ang focus natin ay ang magkaroon tayo ng magandang career balang araw, right? But we would like you to realize na ngayon pa lang ang pipiliin ninyong career balang araw ay maaaring mag-reflect sa magiging role mo or sa mga maaaring mai-contribute mo para sa progress na din para sa ikakaunlad ng ating community, ng ating society, and in the economy as a whole. Okay? Therefore, careful consideration of your career is essential. Kaya napaka-importante nito dahil talagang ito ang magdidetermine kung ano ang maiko-contribute mo as a professional someday. Now, the career or profession of the people living in the society dictates the level of its economic status, which eventually gives impact to the economy on a larger scale. Okay? So, therefore, yung napili mong career ay syempre magdidictate din, Ito din ang magdidikta kung ano yung magiging economic status balang araw. Dahil, syempre, depende rin sa pipiliin mong career. Pero napag-usapan din natin previously, na nakadepende din naman kasi ito sa values mo. It's up to you kung ano yung pipiliin mong career. Ikaw ba ay in particular, ikaw ba ay after sa salary? Mas gusto mo ba yung career na mas mataas ang sahod? Or mas gusto mo yung career na sakto lang ang sahod pero masaya ka? 'Di ba? Something like that. So, it's up to you kung ano yung values mo din. Syempre, nakadepende din yan sa mga pinapahalagahan natin. So, here, we would like to emphasize also that it depends sa level din ng sa career mo. Nakadepende din ang level of economic status which eventually maaring magbigay ng impact sa ating ekonomiya balang araw. Now, on the onset of this pandemic, there are jobs or professions that are hardest hit, and there are those that survive. Now, the three sectors of our economy have eventually reacted with the presence of this pandemic, which will eventually affect your choice of career. So, meron tayo ditong tatlong sectors na maaaring maka-apekto din sa pagpili mo ng iyong career. We have the primary sectors, which include industries involved in the extraction of raw materials, secondary sectors, which involves the production of finished products, and tertiary sectors includes all service provision industries, which must be given due consideration in choosing a career or job. Okay? So let's have these different sectors. Okay, so we have here the primary sector. We have agriculture. Now, the resilience of the agricultural sector has been tested by the COVID-19 outbreak. So you must be aware that farmers have the greater chances of surviving because they have the supply of foods ranging from rice, vegetables, and fruits. So, ang industriya ng agrikultura ay isa sa mga pinakamatatag na industriya pagdating sa careers, So, kung mapapansin ninyo, talagang ang mga products nila ay isa sa mga primary needs ng mga tao, kaya naman kailangan ng maraming supply. At syempre pag nangangailangan ng maraming supply, nangangailangan tayo ng maraming mga magtatrabaho under sa sector na yon. However, these supplies must be distributed to markets to be able to balance food distribution. It is, however, important to consider the shipment of these products, as the transportation sector is also affected by the pandemic. Okay? So, pero syempre, kahit na matatag ang industriya ng agrikultura, still apektado pa rin sila nitong pandemya dahil sa ibang mga serbisyo din na kinakailangan, katulad na lamang ng transportasyon. Okay? How are we going to transport the product from one place to another? So, isa ito sa mga maaaring makaapekto sa industriya ng agrikultura. And the secondary sector is, of course, the manufacturing industry. Okay, but before that, we also have the petroleum and oil. Now, this sector has been affected due to the paralyzed transportation and still on its very limited operation up until almost a year of the COVID-19 pandemic, and prices went low and slowly swerved up and down as an effect of the unstable economy. Okay, so isa din ito sa mga apektado na sector, itong petroleum and oil. And we also have the secondary sector. We have the manufacturing industry. Now, importation and exportation issues, staffing difficulty, and limited workers stood as the key concerns for this kind of business due to disruption to supply chains, quarantine protocols, and self-isolation policies. Now, manufacturing companies of all sorts are severely affected by the present pandemic locally and internationally. Okay, so apektado po ang mga industriya din natin ng manufacturing industry natin, ano? Yung mga factories natin ay maraming ding nagsara, marami din ang mga nagsarang mga negosyo, okay, na related sa manufacturing. Okay, so that's the secondary sector. And we also have the tertiary sector. We have the education. Okay, kayong mga mag-aaral, tayong ang mga guro at kami din na mga nagtatrabaho under sa Department of Education. Now, COVID-19 has affected all levels of education system from preschool to tertiary education and even those at the postgraduate level. So siguro naman talaga mag-agree tayo dito na lahat tayo ay apektado, di ba? Different modes of teaching and learning were introduced, but adjusting to this new normal trend takes longer, especially to those who are not digitally oriented teachers. Talagang marami ang namumroblema. Hindi lang actually teachers, even students ay problemado pagdating sa mga online classes dahil meron talaga sa atin ang hindi naman ganun ka well-versed pagdating sa technology. Now, many private schools prefer to close due to some very minimal learners, which will affect the hiring of more teachers and will eventually have a widespread socio-economic implications. Now, some of the schools had all opted for online classes, which the intention of preventing spread of the virus. As of this time, people in the education sector are on its continued adjustment with the online mode of transactions, which will require those who are aspiring future educators to be more digitally oriented. Even you, di ba? We have also to adapt by being more digitally oriented. Now, the classroom setting orientation, which was the primary concern of educators before, will take its shift to holding classes through virtual or online mode. Kaya naman asahan natin na kahit na mawala na itong pandemyang ito, still may magbabago na sa pamamaraan natin ng 'di ba, ng pagbibigay ng edukasyon sa ating mga kabataan ngayon. So maaaring magkaroon na tayo nitong mga tinatawag na mga online classes or mga modular learning, ano? So hindi na talaga yung 100% na nasa eskwelahan lang tayo palagi. So, kailangan din nating mag-adapt, mag-improve, di po ba? So, ayan na, isa sa mga apektado ay ang education sector. And likewise, kasama na rin dito ang finance industry. Now, COVID-19 has affected communities, businesses, and organizations globally, unintentionally affecting the financial markets and the global economy. Now, to combat these effects, central banks globally have intervened to ensure balance in the economy. So many of the bank employees are forced to resume working on-site in several banks, observing the IATF rules and protocols. So some of them have contracted the virus due to the work environment, which utilizes air conditioning units inside their work premises. Some others who are working in companies have opted to work remotely through the work from home mode. Okay. Even the finance industry. Kabilang na dito yung mga nagtatrabaho sa bangko, sa mga establishments, so yung mga trabaho na may kinalaman sa pera, okay, they are also affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. And even this hospitality, tourism, and aviation industry. Okay, sino-sino ba sila? Now, the hospitality and the travel industry are the most hard-hit sectors. Yes, totoo naman na talagang sila ang pinaka tinamaan na industriya, ngayong may COVID-19 dahil marami ang nagsarang mga resorts, mga hotels, And sinasabi din dito that hotels and resorts all around the world have announced a temporary suspension, but is now slowly going back its operation, but in a very limited and cautious manner. Many of its employees were jobless due to the risk of virus exposure, and luxury ships around the world have stopped its operation, causing millions of its workers to go back home. Ayan, talaga naman totoo ito. Marami ang mga nagsiuwi, ang mga seaman, mga seafarers, dahil na rin sa nagsarang mga luxury ships. Now, the tourism sector is also currently one of the hardest hit by the outbreak of this COVID-19, with severe impact on both travel supply and demand. Now, tourism was one of the most in-demand jobs before COVID-19 hit the world. Kung isa ka sa mga mahilig pumunta sa ibang lugar, ayan, talagang alam naman natin kung gaano kataas ang nakukuha ng tourism industry dito sa mga turistang pumupunta sa ating bansa. Pero dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic, talagang apektado ang tourism industry, right? So, in our career guidance in the past, students prefer to take tourism due to its many opportunities. Pero sa ngayon, syempre kailangan na nating pag-isipan kung talagang ito ang ating pipiliin dahil maaaring hindi pa ganun kasigla ang turismo sa ating bansa, maging sa ibang bansa. Kaya kailangan nating i-consider din, 'di ba, yung job labor market. May mapapasukan ba tayong trabaho after na kunin natin ang isang kurso? Now, the travel industry is grappling with an unprecedented wave of cancellations and a significant drop in demand amid strict governmental instructions to implement social distancing and the restriction of unnecessary travel. As of this time, however, there are travel flights that are allowed, especially for those who are working overseas. Pero actually, pakonti-konti naman ay bumabalik na, no? Pero hindi nga lang tuluyan pang naibabalik ang sigla ng turismo sa ating bansa at even itong mga travel industry. With the onset of the new variant of the COVID-19 virus, several countries have announced prohibitions from entering their country. Now, as a future professional who will choose this area of career, careful decision is being encouraged. You have to consider kung ano ba yung mga magiging in-demand courses ngayong may pandemya. Okay? So, na kahit magstay ka lang dito sa Pilipinas ay may trabaho ka or mapili mo yung kurso na may ino-offer na trabaho sa ibang bansa. So, you have to be very careful in making your career decision. Now, under real estate and housing sector, the real estate industry is facing great uncertainty due to COVID-19. With the current trend, however, people have learned to use online mode of selling, which includes real estate in the housing sector. Now, you can expect a decline in customers in this sector because people have lesser income, which will affect their paying capacity. Now, this sector, however, will still have its chance because people desire to have their homes as part of basic survival and safety. So, isa din ito sa talagang maapektado ang real estate industry natin, yung mga nagbebenta ng bahay at ng mga lupa, kasi ngayon nagkaroon ng pandemya, hindi masyadong bumibili ang mga tao ng mga ganitong mga real estate properties dahil na nga sa takot syempre ng paglugmok ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa. But syempre, hindi rin naman natin ito masasabing permanente dahil kinakailangan pa rin ng mga tao, ang sabi dito, at gusto pa rin ng mga tao na magkaroon ng sarili nilang bahay dahil ito ay parte ng kanilang survival and safety. Now, for the sports industry, for students in the sports track aspiring to pursue a career in this field, you have to consider that this pandemic has greatly affected the conduct of sport not only locally but worldwide. However, people can always find ways for this kind of career to be back on track again. As of this time, any competition which will force people together is not yet allowed. Now, in the future, it is best hope that effective ways of doing sports will come its way. Okay, asahan natin ang pagbalik din ng pagbalik ng sigla ng industriya ng kalakasan or itong sports industry. Now, we also have here information technology, media, research, and development. Now, when World Health Organization raised COVID-19 status to a pandemic, more companies and academic institutions have raced to develop an effective vaccine. Now, as of this time, there are already vaccines being used to protect people from COVID-19 virus, and recently, President Duterte signed into law this Senate Bill number 1520, which grants full scholarship to deserving and qualified students aspiring to take medicine and become a doctor but are economically incapable to finish the degree. So, narinig nyo yon para sa mga gustong maging doctor dyan. Meron na tayong Senate signed into law. So, batas na itong Senate Bill number 1520. Kaya kung gusto mong maging doktor at ikaw ay matalino at ikaw ay economically, hindi naman ganun kaganda ang economically incapable or hindi naman ganun ka financially, hindi afford ng parents mo. Okay, so you can take medicine and you can be a scholar, So, meron tayong scholarship na para sa mga gustong maging doktor. Now, it is a government scholarship like the DOST scholars who render a return service program to the government after they graduate and pass the PRC. So, pag ikaw ay nakapasa sa DOST scholarship, kung ikaw man ay nag-exam ng DOST, so kailangan mo mag-serve sa gobyerno. Ito yung tinatawag nating return service program. Okay? Bilang kabayaran na rin ito sa pagbibigay sa iyo ng scholarship ng ating gobyerno. Kaya kailangan mo na munang magtrabaho sa ating bansa, bilang kapalit ng pagbibigay nila sa iyo ng scholarship. So, ganun din sa mga gustong maging doktor. Ito ay kabilang, syempre, 1520. Now, under this law, there is an opportunity for poor and deserving students to avail of free medical education that will cover tuition fees, miscellaneous fees, internship review, and licensure expenses. Now, this law will give chances for more students to secure a better future and at the same time contribute to society and the global economy. Okay? So, marami pong ang mga available na scholarships. So, walang reason para hindi tayo makapag-aral. Aside from scholarships na binibigay ng iba't ibang ahensya ng ating gobyerno, meron din po tayong mga state colleges and universities na maaari ninyong puntahan. Maaari ninyong enrollan, kung sakaling sa tingin ninyo kayo ay kapos sa tuition, wala kayong pera, at sa tingin ninyo hindi kakayanin ng inyong mga magulang ang pag-aralin kayo sa kolehiyo. Marami pong paraan, maraming mga scholarships, maraming schools na pwede nating pagpilian. Now, for the food sector, at the onset of this pandemic, the food sector, including food distribution and retailing, has been under strain as a result of people panic buying and stockpiling food. Now, it was regulated as the government declared some areas with the lesser cases as modified general community quarantine, where some establishments are allowed to operate at a limited time. Although supermarkets are seen as a huge demand on food products, restaurants and cafes have been forced to close. Now, during that time, many of their employees have lost their jobs. Now, presently, there are a lot of restaurants and cafes who have already resumed their operations, observing the IATF protocols for the safety of staff and customers. Now, ang food sector natin, yung mga restaurants natin, mga cafes are talagang affected din ng pandemyang ito. Now, in this time of pandemic, it is very important to consider your choice of career, including to the demands and needs of the present society. Now, thus, you must have an updated information regarding the current societal demand as well as the impact of the pandemic to the global economy. So, ito yung iba't ibang industriya na tinamaan ngayong pandemya, ano, na maaaring naapektuhan ngayong pandemic. So, kailangan natin itong malaman din, kailangan natin i-educate din ang sarili natin patungkol sa mga naging epekto ng COVID-19 ng pandemic sa iba't ibang sectors na ito dahil kailangan natin itong i-consider syempre sa pagpili natin ng kurso. Tanungin mo ang sarili mo, meron ba akong mapupuntahang trabaho? Meron kaya akong magiging trabaho kung sakaling ito ang kukunin ko? Okay, dahil ngayong panahon ng pandemya, ito pala ang mga naapektuhang sectors. Okay? Now, I hope clear na sa atin ang part na yun, so we can proceed under you can do it. Suggested time allotment is 10 minutes. Now, in your homeroom guidance notebook, make a personal plan on achieving your career goal based on the table below. You're just going to copy this table in your HG notebook. Now, we have here 6 columns. We have the column 1, my future career. Ano ba yung future career mo? Ano ba yung personal goals mo? So, for example, your future career is to become a doctor. Now, sa second column, you're going to write there your personal goals. So, since ang future career mo ay maging doctor, ano ba yung personal goal mo? So, ang personal goal example din is to be a licensed physician. Okay? Lisensyado. Hindi lang basta-bastang makagraduate ng medicine, but of course to become a licensed one. Now, third column, things I want to do for my family. Okay? Ano ba yung mga gusto mong gawin para din sa pamilya mo? And my way of responding to the need of the society. Ano ba yung pamamaraan mo din para matugunan ang pangangailangan ng iyong society, ng iyong komunidad? Okay? So, basahin natin muna itong things I want to do for my family. My family does not depend on me, but Filipino culture practices gratitude by helping their family, which I also intend to do. Okay? And ano yung way mo to respond to the need of the society? To serve as one of the frontliners who help to save lives and conquer this COVID-19 pandemic. And sa fifth column, you're going to write there things to do to contribute to global economy. Now, nilagay niya dyan, I will work conscientiously and honestly observe productive work hours. So, as you can see, related lang naman yung mga inilagay niya dito doon sa naging answer niya sa pinakaunang activity natin under Let's Try This. Okay? And my commitment to do it, ano yung commitment mo? Now example, I will keep focus on achieving my goal no matter how difficult my situation could be. Okay. Now, after which you're going to answer the prosing questions. Now, for the prosing questions, choosing a career or profession for your future involves careful planning. Along with it is not just yourself, it includes your family and the society where your life evolves. Now, being able to have a clear vision of where you want to go and what you should do is a guide to achieving it. I think this is not a question. I just don't know bakit ito ang nakalagay dito. But anyway, just leave it. Hayaan na lang natin. Wala naman tayong kailangang ilagay na processing question or answers dyan. Okay? So, ang importante is gawin natin itong table na nakikita natin dito under you can do it. So, typo error lang yata ito. But then, again, that is also important, napaka-importante daw na talagang piliin natin, na mabuti ang ating career, at this really entails careful planning because we are not just thinking of ourselves, but also we would like also to help our family, our society. Okay. Now, under what I have learned, suggested time allotment is 5 minutes. Now, from everything that we had, ponder upon this and answer them on your homeroom guidance notebook. So, ito yung mga kailangan nating lagyan ng sagot. How can I better prepare myself for the career professions that I intend to take? Paano mo gagawing handa ang iyong sarili para sa mga kukunin mo nga career or professions? Okay? Ano ba mga paghahanda ang kailangan mong gawin? Okay? Para sa iyong magiging profesyon or magiging career. Now that I realize the effects of my career choice to my family needs of the society and global economy, what should I do to make it a reality? Ngayon napagtanto mo na na-realize mo na ang mga epekto ng pagpili mo ng iyong career or ng iyong career choice sa iyong family, sa iyong pamilya, sa pangailangan ng society at sa pandaigdigang ekonomiya. Ano naman kaya ang iyong gagawin para ito ay matupad? Ano? What should I do to make it a reality? Para ito ay maging makatotohanan. Okay? Now, under share your thoughts and feelings, suggested time allotment is 5 minutes. Now, write your answer in your HG journal notebook. So, here, we have to close our eyes. Now, close your eyes. Imagine yourself 7 to 10 years from now. Okay? Isipin mo na kung ano ka na from 7 to 10 years from now. Okay? Reflect on your future career or profession. How do you see yourself? How are you able to contribute to your family and to your society? Now, after which, after mo ma-imagine yon, okay, gawin mo yan. Ano ba yung naiisip mong suot-suot mo? Ano ba yung naiisip mong lugar kung saan ka nagtatrabaho? Ano bang itsura? Ano bang itsura mo? Ano itsura ng office mo? Okay, all of this, you're going to think about it while nakasara ang iyong mga mata, naka-close ang ating mga mata. Now, and after nyan, kailangan natin sagutin ito. I see myself as a fulfilled blank and responsibly contributing to the society through. With that, I am able to give my share in the global economy. Okay. So, yan po ang ating, tapos na tayo. Okay? So, yan po ang ating module 12, my dear grade 10 students. So, I hope na nakasunod po tayo. You were able to follow all my directions and all that are written there in, all that is written in your module. Okay? So, if you have questions, you can write it in the chat box, okay? And of course, you can send me a message. And ayan, so thank you so much for listening. So I hope na naintindihan natin na napaka-importante na i-consider natin syempre ang kapakanan din ng ating pamilya, ng ating society, at ng ating kailangan din nating isipin ang ating ang ekonomiya, no, ang economics ng ating bansa. So, siguraduhin natin na ang pipiliin nating career ay something na makakatulong hindi lamang sa atin, kundi sa iba. Okay, so that's all for now. So, maraming salamat po. So, sana ay may natutunan tayo sa module na ito. So, again, kung may tanong tayo, you can put it in our comment box. Okay? So, see you po sa ating susunod na module. So, this is again, Ma'am Tere Buena. And ingat po kayo. Keep safe, everyone.